Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing good. My name is Anna. If you're new here, I do makeup reviews, makeup tutorials, skincare, anything beauty related, I got you covered. Today's video is something that I have been wanting to try for the longest, and I just never came around to trying it. And I don't know if it's new to you guys. If it's new to you, let me know, comment down below. If it's not, let me know if you've tried this before. I have been wanting to try for the longest. It's called Skinfood Salmon Dark Circle Concealer Cream. This is what it looks like. Look how cute this, okay, it looks like it's a glass jar, but it's not, it's plastic. It says, it's got like this little, I guess it's like a fairy. It looks like a pixie fairy or something. And it has like the little salmon. It's a Korean beauty brand. And it's basically a corrector slash concealer. I have the shade 2, which is described as like a correcting beige. So, and I don't know, to me it has like the faintest, like it doesn't have a scent to it, but to me it has like the smallest scent of rose, or maybe that's just, I think it smells like rose, but it doesn't. I don't know. So you get, I don't even know how much you get in here. Hold on. Because yeah, it's in a different language. But it's a decent amount size. This retails for $9.99 on Amazon. I will link it down below in my Amazon store if you're interested in getting it that way. It is an affiliate link. When I purchased this, Skinfood was having, I think, 10% off, so I ended up getting it for like $7. Now, I've heard amazing things about this concealer. We're going to try it out. I decided to get this because this is the time of the year where my allergies start to act up, and what happens is I start to get like puffy and I get a little bit dark. So I was like, it's an excuse to try another concealer, if I'm being honest. So again, this is the shade 2. I believe it only comes in 2 shades. So it's kind of a bummer because then it's not, like, not everybody can find a shade for them, but I will double check it, or if you want to Google Skinfood and see if maybe they have other shades. On Amazon they only had 2 shades. So let's try it out. Now, I always say I'm not the best candidate for having dark circles, so I would say my dark circles are pretty, they're not severe, but they're there. Like if I kind of turn this way, like you can see the dark here. So we're gonna try to cover that up. I need a brush. All right, so I'm going to scoop a little bit out. Now, I always like to work off the back of my hand. I like to warm up the product. You don't have to do that, but I find that if you're one of those that kind of stick your finger in there and go from your finger straight underneath your eyes, it's gonna crease. It'll look heavy. Or if you get a brush and you kind of go into the product and scoop it out and kind of put it under, I just find that it goes on a little bit heavy. My method of putting on concealer corrector is I work in layers, and I focus it only in the areas where there's darkness, because for the most part you don't need to put concealer everywhere, So I'm taking it on the back of my hand. It feels super creamy, I'll tell you that. I know a couple of people have tried to compare it to the Becca, what is the Becca one called? The Dark Circle, the one that like everybody's going crazy for it. I tried that Becca under eye corrector. I did not like it. And the reason I don't like it is because it's too pink, like it's too pale pink, and then the shade 2 that they came out with is too dark. So there's no like in the middle shade. So those never worked out for me. This is, if you look real close, it's more of a peach. All right, so here we have the Skinfood Salmon Dark Circle Concealer Cream. I don't know, I just love the packaging. So this is the shade, and it's described as like a peachy beige kind of color. I have shade 2, so I'm gonna swatch it for you. I'm using a little spatula to scoop it out because I don't like sticking my finger in these things. So I want you to take a look at my vein. Because this is meant more for, concealing dark circles. So that's the color. But if you see, it did a nice job of correcting that color. So this is it blended out. You have dark circles like me that are more brownish, kind of purple, you're going to want to go to peach versus pink. If you go to pink, it's going to turn ashy and then it's just going to look worse. So, all right, so I'm going to take that and I am going to apply it right here. So just by applying it right away, I could see that it cut the darkness and it's automatically brightening, but I have to blend it out. So like I said, I'm only going to put it here, and then I always put it on the outside because I have this little spot on the outside of my eye that's like dark, but when I put the corrector or concealer, it just lifts. So you can see the difference. Now, if you don't use eyeshadow that day or whenever you use it, I would probably put it on the lid. Like I'm a little dark on my lid, but if I go like this, it brightens it. I would absolutely set that a little bit with powder though, because it is a cream product. It's going to crease. Like your eyes move so much, it's going to crease, you know? You almost can't avoid that. Yes, you can do those like hacks where people put the spray and then the powder and then the sponge. I'm not doing that. I'm too lazy. I'm not doing it. So I'd say that's a nice difference. All right, let me go in with a little bit more on the other side. So now since this correcting concealer leans more beige, I can kind of get away with just leaving it this way and without putting a concealer on top. Now I'm going to use a brush on the other side just to show you how to put it on. So you get that and you kind of work it off. Again, I always put it on the back of my hand, let it kind of like melt and shear a little bit. With the brush, let me get in close. So you can see here I have darkness. So, and it even goes like up here. I have the loudest birds like outside of my window. I hope you guys don't mind. I know some of you guys like it. It's very like natural sounds and everything and nature sounds, but I feel bad. Like if you don't like it, I feel bad. It's just I have to leave the window open because it gets pretty warm in here, especially with the lights. And these birds are so loud. It's because we have bird feeders. So we get cardinals, we get robins, we get doves. That's that like hooting sound that you hear. Those are the doves. So I would definitely say it's definitely brightening. It's definitely cutting out the darkness. And what I like about it a lot, so if I pull away, you could see that it's bright. You know, it's my under eyes are more lifted. They're more awake looking. Now, hopefully you don't get too much reflection, but I wear glasses like all the time. The only time I don't wear glasses is when I'm filming, so you guys can kind of see everything. But everybody that knows me in my daily life like always sees me like this. And what I like about this correcting concealer is now, even though my glasses are big and you can see like my whole eye area, glasses do tend to cast a shadow. And with this being brightening, it really like opens up my eyes and it's brightening even though I have my glasses on. So I like that. All right, so my overall thoughts, I think the pigmentation is really good. I would say it's almost full coverage, definitely a medium coverage because it does a really good job. Like as soon as I put it on to just completely cut any discoloration, any darkness under my eyes. And it's not like, it is settling into my lines like very, very lightly. But again, it's a cream product. No matter what cream product you put on, it's in its nature to settle into fine lines, you know? But it's not too bad. Like if I get in close, like that'll be the extent of it. Now you can go over top with a concealer to really get that like brightening effect. I wouldn't do that every day because I feel like it still kind of goes with my skin tone. But you know what, for the sake of the video, let me throw on a little concealer just so you guys see what I'm talking about. Let's throw on a little Jones Road on top. And this is shade 9. So see how I can go over top just to kind of give it a little more of like a skin tone color, because with correctors they're going to be a little bit peachy. And like I said, there's a small group of you that can get away with getting something peachy. Like if your skin, like your undertone or your skin tone leans more peach, you're good. I can kind of get away with it. I don't have to do this step necessarily, but I just want to show you in case you get this and you put it on and you're like, okay, cut the circles, but I need something else on top. So this is what would be the difference. So concealer on top gives it more of that like skin tone kind of color. Yeah. And then if you want to set, you can set. I don't really set. If I'm being honest, I don't set under my eyes. But there you go. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them down below. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you in my next one. Bye.